Now we're going to have an exclusive look backstage with the cameraman at the New Year luxury buffet. So, Mr. Cameraman, if you can come with myself and Marina, we are going to walk this way to give you a preview. Now, on all the tables you will find this plan, and this is a map of the luxury foods available today here at the New Year's Eve Gala here at Royal Albatross Moderna. Now, on our way around our tour today, we will be speaking with the chefs. Now, the man in front of you right now is Chef Mohammed. Good evening, Chef Mohammed. How are you? Can you tell us how many food items are here tonight on the buffet? And how many ingredients have been used? How many kilos of ingredients have been used? And how many days have you been preparing this buffet? How long has it taken you? And how many chefs are involved in tonight's event? Thank you, Chef Mohammed. Right, we're now going to have a look at all the food. Now, first of all, you can see behind me, here is the selection of breads. Now, we've got every type of bread available, from the traditional plain breads to the super soft Italian breads and all the condiments to go with them. You can see here cheese and onion bread, pepper bread, everything that you could think of. Even our freshly carving bread here. Please take care when you're using that large sharp knife. You can see here, this is the large selection of breads. Now, on the end here, for the end of your meal, if you prefer tea and coffee, here's our tea and coffee station. And now we're going to move on to our next section, which is the fresh selection of cheeses. So here behind me, you can see every cheese from every part of the world. Now we're going to speak to our chef here. Right, chef, which cheeses do we have available today? Red Leicester, cheddar, camembert, Edam, and lots more. And our chef will be here available to cut the cheese for you and present it as you prefer. We're now going to move on to one of the carving sections. Now, over in this corner here, we have our Italian style grill. Okay, now moving on, we have here our Syrian bread with chicken shawarma. Okay, now our next section here, I'd like to introduce you to Gabriella, our Italian chef. Gabriella, what foods do we have here today? 4 kinds of pasta, including our favourite, which is ravioli. And we're now moving back onto the Arabian section. Now here we have beef shawarma, and again the fresh breads. And here we have one of the Egyptian favourites, which is hawalshi. Now we're going to speak with our chef here. Chef, tell us about hawalshi. What ingredients are inside? Beef, spices, inside traditional Egyptian bread. Thank you very much, chef. Now we're now going to move on to one of our all-time favourites at Royal Albatross Moderna, and that is the soup section. Now here we have 4 selections of soup. Now chef, could you please tell us what is available today in the soups? And now we're going to move on to the main courses. Now you can see in the middle of the marquee here is our big selection of main courses. Now we're going to start right on the end here. We have cauliflower cheese, lamb chops. Here we have a selection of rice. This is beef grill. Now here is a Christmas and New Year favourite. This is the roast turkey. Now chef, please could you tell us what sauces we have here? Next we have the sautéed vegetables. This is fresh sole fish. Here we have some almond potatoes. This is some quail. This is fish tandoori. And now we move on to one of the all-time favourites. Behind me now we have our fresh tiger shrimp. So that's tiger shrimps here in the middle. Also we have some sautéed octopus, mixed seafood, sushi with our Filipino chef Alan. Alan, please can you tell us what sushi we have here today? And you'll also see here we have some fresh smoked salmon. Okay, now moving on to the end here. This buffet station is the same as the other one, apart from we have some veal, and I'll show you where that is in a few moments. So on the end here we have lamb chops and cauliflower cheese. Okay, on the end here is the beef. We then have our cabbage, freshly roasted chicken, Brussels sprouts. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is chicken cordon bleu. This is a big favourite. Then we have some freshly roasted lamb here. Now Chef Yasser, please can you tell us what we'll be serving today with the fresh lamb? This is tandoori chicken. Okay, then as I said earlier, we move on to something very special on this corner. Over the other side we have the Dover sole, but on this corner, this is one of my personal favourites. This is the veal. Okay, now we will move on to our Asian section. Now over here in this corner we have our Indian chef. Good evening, chef. Please could you tell us what we have available in the Indian corner? 3 selections of fish. Okay, now here in our Thai section, this is Michael, Chef Michael. Chef, what do we have going in the wok tonight? Thai chicken madras, Chinese fried rice, tiger shrimps, and Thai dumplings. Thank you very much, Chef Michael. Over in this corner, it's shrimps tambora and salmon steaks. And now, before we get to my personal favourite section, we have some more soup here, like the other end of the tent. Here is one of the Royal Albatross favourites. Here are the fresh pancakes. This is Mohammed Hassan, our bakery chef. Chef, what condiments do we have available with the pancakes today? And what desserts are on our finest dessert section? We have cakes, we have sponge, we have special chocolate carvings. And over here is the favourite, a huge mountain of fresh fruit, bananas, pineapple, orange, apples. Okay, here we have our strawberry sponge, which is a big favourite. Look at the size of those strawberries here. And then again we have the Royal Albatross sponge cake. You can see here this beautiful picture of the Royal Albatross active swimming pool. And please remember, everything here on the buffet tonight, we have more stock in the back. So you don't need to run for it. We do have lots more stock in the back, guys. And our deluxe buffet is open in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The buffet is now open.